What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tragic Mike. My name is Mike, and I'm here with Sarah. Sarah, how are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah, you're actually my first musical guest.
Really?
Yeah, so thanks for coming on.
I'm honored to be. That's
Actually,
pretty cool.
Do you remember how we met, Sarah?
I think we met probably like almost a year or two ago, right?
I know. My
No,
gosh.
2 years now.
Oh.
And we were in an acting gig.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were both doing like maybe an extra role or something like that. And it might have been like
The New Year's.
low-key we signed an NDA about who was there, so I can't tell you what we were doing exactly
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't remember the rules to the NDA.
Right.
But I know for a fact, was it New Year's?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was a bunch of celebrities in New Year's and we were performing. And honestly, like I just latched on to you and you to me because we had to have like a certain character.
Because everybody else there was fake, and we're the only
Yeah.
real one.
And we had to have a certain amount of energy. And,
Yeah.
you know, the more that I like geared towards the people with energy, I ended up just right next to you.
Yeah,
And I think we hung out the entire day after that because we had like a 12-hour shoot.
we did. And we went back the next day, too.
Yeah, the
Oh
next
my
day
gosh.
too. And then after that, it was just like, you know, you're my road dog now.
And I think we both, but you specifically, you come a long way since then on
Yeah.
your artist journey.
Yeah, it's been a journey for me. Like in the last 2 years, I was dealing with a lot, you know. My brother passed away 2 years ago. So he was the musician of the family and he was like the rapper, the singer, the everything. And our family kind of gave him all the credit for music. I pretty much was a person who they thought couldn't sing and couldn't rap.
No way.
Yeah, so
She's
they would pay all the money to kind of get him into classes and get him into tours, and I would just sit in the like patio basement of my house coming up with stuff on my keyboard. I play guitar, keyboard, never taught because I never got a paid lesson for anything.
Yeah.
So I taught myself how to pretty much do the three instruments that I play, which is keyboard, guitar, and harmonica. And then I taught myself how to sing because I promise you, people said that I couldn't sing my whole life.
Not true.
I auditioned for choirs, and shy enough, I would still go audition, and I would never get the role, you know? So pretty much I would think that like, you know, I can't sing. I can't rap, it's, you know, but so I just would keep writing poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to sing when you're writing poetry, but it's still kind of lyrics in
Mm-hmm.
a way. And then one day I was just like, maybe it's not what I'm trying to sing. Maybe I just need to find my own voice. And so it's just like I've been writing music since I was 16 years old for other people, for bands, always in a band, but never solo. I don't know if it was the bravery or just because I believed the people.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do bands anymore because first off, the band broke up, so I didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just decided to go solo and write my own music with my own voice. And I put everything that I had. Like I did jazz bands, ska punk, reggae
Wow.
bands.
I didn't even know this.
You know, yeah, professional jazz band for like 2 years. And then I also did, I guess, every kind of music. I sang hooks for my brother who was a professional rapper. He was in the industry, so I pretty much sang all his hooks and wrote his hooks for him. And then so I kind of put all that together and made what I think is my own genre. People call it like trap soul.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's like not named. There is no name for it. But yeah, it has been a journey. And I kind of, like I told you, I didn't write music for 2 years since my brother passed, but I kept writing poems.
Mm-hmm.
Even after he passed, I kept writing poems. It was the only thing I could do. I kind of had like a block musically. And then finally, like I took 2 of the poems that meant the most to me and kind of explained my journey, and I turned that into songs. So believe it or not, I've never released one single before 3 months ago.
Wow.
I've been in professional music and in bands like my whole life, but I never released music on my own. I was always like holding back. All my producers, all the studios I've been to, they would just like show everybody what I do. They thought I was amazing, but I was just like, I don't know what it is. I'm not ready. But 3 months ago, like, especially with my brother not being here, I have to carry the torch.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, you know what? It's time. So my first song that I released is Redemption Diaries. It's the story of my journey through grief and through finding God. And it's a trap R&B song.
Yeah.
People say they hear jazz undertones in it. But yeah, it's like, it's my heart. It's all in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've heard you sing live and I've heard your songs, and you sound like, I hear like the jazz influence. You don't sound amateur at all. Like, you sound like you can sing. I don't know what people were telling you all those years.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
But it's good that you kept going and you found your own lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah. So, okay. How did Redemption Diaries come about? What inspired that?
I honestly wrote that in a motel.
Really?
Yeah. I had just got back from New York and my car was stolen. I had a Tesla. It was really nice, S-Body. It was stolen from the train station. Someone hacked it, the app, and it just took it. And then when I got back, I had pretty much, while trying to figure out like my brother's funeral and all that, I kind of was like not really keeping track of my place.
Yeah.
So when I got back, I lost my car and my place. And so I like moved into a hotel with my ex-boyfriend at the time. And I'm just sitting in like the motel patio and I just start writing it.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm just talking about like everything that I'm going through and how like, you know, no matter the circumstances, because it was a lot of obstacles, that just pretty much the love that I have for God and the love that I've been shown has really brought me to this redemption, literally in the name. So it is like a diary entry. So I call it Redemption Diaries because it is my little diary.
Yeah.
I was writing about my experience. Like, what could I do? Like, either I give up and let all of the life that's hitting me, because, you know, life be hitting.
Yeah.
Give up, let all the life that's hitting me hit me, or I find a way to put it into something. And that's what I did. I put it into this little diary entry that was kind of like a poem / diary. And the literal words from that like piece of paper that I was writing in the motel is the song.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that music has been a part of your healing journey so far.
Right.
And I think recently you got an additional opportunity, which is where you're heading after this, right?
Right.
So I'm glad you came in today to make time for us.
Right.
Tell them what you have after.
So I'm basically in a professional gospel choir.
And she has the lead. She has a solo. She's not going to say it, but she has the solo, guys.
Have you been looking at this camera the whole time?
I mean,
yeah, that's so
I don't even
funny.
know what
I've been looking at you, but I was like, what is he looking at?
Yeah,
is this like the fourth wall? Okay.
But look at me, because it's gonna, but no.
Yeah, no. So I literally, I sing in a professional choir. I actually was singing the song Redemption Diaries before I released it at an open mic with you.
Yeah.
You were at the open mic. And low key, the open mic was really weird. We got in there and it was like no one in there, and it was like the back of a church, and we didn't know that because they put it on a website.
Right.
And it didn't look anything like we thought it would. And so when we walk into the open mic, it's like 5 or 6 like older people and like one young girl, and it was super awkward.
They were like playing like Chinese guitar. And
there was one
like,
Chinese lady too there that she, I guess, like, that was so weird, huh?
It was just really random. I'm like, do you think an open mic, you think rappers, and it's just like,
yeah, you would think some kind of showcase, but they kind of tricked us because what they put on the outside is not what we walked into. And as weird as it was, we both wanted to leave. Right. But I'm like, let me just give him one song.
Yeah. She made me stay at that.
I did. He was like walking out the door and I'm like, no, like, you know, I'm always trying to be too nice, you know, and I don't know, but I'm like, let me just sing one song.
Okay. My thing was, it was in a church and I don't have like specifically Christian music. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in.
It was a church.
Yeah.
It was like United Methodist Baptist something. Oh my gosh. No, yeah, it was a church. And honestly, that song is like a trap rap song, but I talk about God because God is the one who saved me from all of the stuff that I was going through. So I just figured like, let me just do that, you know? And that's not even the song that I sang. I think I sang the other one, which I haven't released yet. It's called Your Cup Runneth Over.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah, I sang that one and everyone was kind of just listening to me. And I promise you, in these 2 songs that I'm talking about, I don't think I'm really singing. I'm more like doing what Drake does, which is like a sing-rappy type of vibe. And I don't know, the guy who works or runs the church or part runs the church is like this older guy that looks kind of like Santa Claus, you know? Yeah, and he was so into it. I don't know why. This guy's like way older than us, by the way.
Yeah.
He literally has the gray beard like Santa Claus. I'm not exaggerating. And he was really into it. So like at the end of it, he tells me, I am the sound director for a gospel choir, you know, and it hasn't started yet, but we'll be back in like November or something like that, which is like 2 months ago. Do you want to come, you know, join? He was like, you wouldn't even have to audition because I've already heard you, but I want to know. And honestly, it felt like he was hitting on me.
Oh.
In that church.
That
It
can
felt like
happen.
it because he was being way too smiley.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So he's like, let me get your number, remember? And I'm like, I don't know, so I just, something tells me to just give it to him and not think anything too weird of it, right? Because getting hit on by Santa Claus is so
In church.
in church. Oh my gosh, mind you, in church. It's super awkward. So I gave him the number and then literally he never hit me up.
Oh.
I text him like 3 weeks later or like, I don't know how long later. And I'm just like, hey, what about the choir? He's like, oh my gosh, I forgot. It's tonight. He forgot me. So he's like, it's tonight, come through. And I pull up and it was literally like the director of the choir is like a director for like the Clark sisters and every like professional gospel choir
That's
you can
huge.
think of, the Winans and everybody. So I'm looking at myself like I'm releasing music, but I never had the bravery to put myself in the spotlight.
Yeah.
I never had the bravery to fight for like fame or to try to get an audience. Even though I released a song, I wasn't ready yet to push myself.
Yeah.
So walking right into what I didn't know was a professional choir for real with a professional director just like pushed me over the edge. And it's like, I've had one show. I have a show tonight, which is like in 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm low-key dressed
Are you
for it.
excited?
I'm excited.
How was the last one?
The last one was amazing. We had a
Yeah.
standing ovation.
Oh, great.
Is that how you say that? Stand ovation?
Yeah.
Stand ovation?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a stand ovation and it was like people were recording us. We had a professional like film crew and it got like everywhere. People started asking us to be a part of certain shows now. First off, he declined most of them, our director. He's like super picky about where he goes. But we have one tonight that's pretty big. And then we have a huge concert showcase in April. But it's crazy because I'm performing professionally. It's interesting how God works because you run away from your purpose, and then you just do what like you end up being at. Like we ended up being at that show, right? So you can run away from your purpose or your calling, but as you live life, you get pushed right back to it. And the things that you think you want to do ends up happening, but in the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to perform in front of a huge crowd that, cheers me on and feel like I'm in the spotlight. And I tried it in bands and it didn't feel like how I wanted it to. But for some reason, when I performed in that concert last month and they all stood up cheering for us and I was singing for God, it's probably the most satisfying feeling I've ever had. It's exactly like what I was supposed to do, but I had no idea. Because gospel choir, what?
Yeah, yeah.
That's not what I would think I'd be doing, but... Yeah, it's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So, it's been 2 years of full, like, just submission to what God wants for me. And, man, yeah, it's been working out.
Yeah, I mean, and we've had different people on the podcast with different religious beliefs, and we've talked about God and the Bible for sure. But it's good to know that for you, at this point in your journey, you can find that sense of purpose.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like music has that effect on. I feel like as singers, sometimes we don't even realize what it is that other people are getting from what we do, because we just kind of, it's like in our heads and we just do it.
Right. It's for us sometimes.
Yeah.
That depends on the singer, but for me, for sure, I'm writing for myself, and I listen to the songs for years before I actually let people hear it, and it really gets me through. Like when I wrote that Redemption song, every time I hear it, I feel like restored again, renewed again, and I just remind myself what I've been through and how I made it out before I can do it again. So it's really encouragement for me. But obviously, that's what they call a testimony. It's really encouragement for others too. You'd be surprised how many people are waiting to hear these exact words so they can get out of their own, shells or comfort zones or pain.
Yeah. I'm always telling her that I'm surprised not surprised, but like impressed by how far she's come. Because when I met her, like she said, like she hadn't been doing the choir. We were just kind of figuring out, it was after the Tesla stuff had happened. But when I see you now, it motivates even me to like, wow, I got to push harder to get out of my, my situation.
Right. I had a lot of like bad hands dealt,
Yeah.
So when you met me, I didn't really have work or anything going, but that wasn't really me. You know what I mean? That was just like, you met me at one of the hardest places in my life, which is crazy. So that just shows like you really don't know people just because of what you see on the outside. You don't know who they really are. Like my family's all in music, and my family is really good at what they do, and
she knows everybody. She knows all
successful, and like it's just I had been going through a lot. So when you meet me and I don't have like a car, a job, and that's a lot of artists' story, right? I'm like in LA, and I'm one of those people who we say we're an artist, but it's like, can you show it? You're like taking the bus and Ubering everywhere, and it's like, that's so LA. That's so LA. But technically, like, yeah, I when you met me, I didn't have anything going really, but I knew what I wanted, and so it was just like, yeah, I've come so far, but I've just followed the steps, and I kept, going after who I knew that I was. And obviously, like, God has brought me so far, but 360-degree turnaround for sure.
Yeah.
That God gave me everything back plus more, you know.
You pulled up in your car in your outfit today. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Pulled up in my new luxury vehicle, my outfit, like, my place is different. I got a really nice spot now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not even the success of it. The success is how I feel. Like, I could say I wake up like excited and joyful. I could say I wake up, I have faith that I'm healed, that, I went from like grief to purpose. So like more than anything, it's like how I feel inside. That's so much more of the success for me, because that's what's letting me go get things done. But yeah, definitely the outward stuff happened too, where like I got back all of the material stuff too. But after I focused on the inside.
Yeah. Everything comes at the right time,
Right.
Even when we feel like we're behind and we're like trying to schedule our lives and plan our lives out, a lot of the setbacks are what put us in better opportunities than the ones we thought we were going to get.
Right. And you got to do the work, the work on yourself. And music is a big help for that,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So I know that you mentioned it felt like you were getting hit on by Santa Claus. And I know that for a lot of like women in the industry, that happens a lot.
Right.
I don't know if you have anything experienced like that where you feel like sometimes, because I know for people like dealing with producers and directors, a lot of them want to take advantage of like women who come in and try to like do their business. So I'm glad that you're able to sidestep all that and like have your head on your shoulders.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have been so much further faster if I took all of the deals that came with getting hit on or being taken advantage of. I've had all kinds of celebrities and billionaires and big producers offer me a deal that came with like trying to get with me too, and you have to turn those down. And it's crazy to think that I probably would have been famous by now if I took those, right? But I had to go my own way, where I worked hard for it and I went with God. And it may have taken longer, but I think God's taking me further. That happened all the time. I mean, going to different studios or like just meeting certain people who want to offer you deals or offer you money or help, and it's free. It never really is free.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened so many times, and I could have partnered and featured and have had, like deals in studios and record contracts handed or recording deals handed to me. But it came with like trying to like date them or get with them and I was always like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But that's thankful because I had a good parents. A lot of people don't have that, so they don't know how to like stand up for themselves or have like a backbone.
Yeah.
But my mom was always that person who had so much respect for herself. And I gotta give my mom the credit for that, because she kind of showed me like, I've seen my mom go through a lot of struggles because she never took anything but what wasn't like genuine.
Yeah.
And because, my mom's very attractive, especially when she was younger. So I've watched her turn things down because people are trying to just like get at her for the wrong reasons. And so I had that kind of upbringing where it was just like, no, your integrity and your dignity and your self-respect can never put a price value on that.
Yeah.
It's you can never. There is no, it's priceless. And it's just like, that's how you sleep at night. And that's how you know that, success is really success. It's really never worth it. I mean, because like you said, you've talked to people who know the Bible and stuff. And the verse that comes to me is, for what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?
Yeah.
Right. And having no soul, literally people are selling their souls out here, but having no soul and feeling empty or feeling like worthless because you gave a piece of yourself for it is not worth it. It's not worth it. There's no amount of money that can get you that back. So like, I got joy and I got a lot of stuff and I don't have $1 million yet, but I could say that my dignity, my respect, my integrity, and, my joy is like the best thing that I have, I don't feel, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't feel used or played or any of those things. And I'm working hard to get.
Yeah, nobody can say that, oh, she only
Right.
has that because she
Right.
yeah.
And no one can say that they gave it to me.
Yeah.
That's true. Really, it's God. Like I always can give God the credit or my hard work, you know, and my faith in addition to God, but it's never handed to me.
Yeah.
And if I ever get big, which I know God's going to bring me there, then I also get the resources, the materials, and the blessings along with my peace. You know what I mean? I get both. And it's just like, to anyone listening, like that's more than anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Because there's a lot of girls out there who I've heard, like they'll go to the studio and they'll record and the producer will, you know, hook them up, whatever. But when it's time to give them back their files so they can release it, there's like another thing that they want and another step.
Right.
And they like hold on to these girls' dreams.
Right.
And it's just the most messed up thing ever, you know?
Right. I've literally had that happen to me, like where someone tried to extort me to get my music back and to get like the money I was promised to go to parties with them or go on dates with them. And I said no. And they started to make my life hell. On top of not giving me what I was already owed, they actually try to make stuff harder for me in life because of it. So I've dealt with that. But prayer works.
Okay. So normally, because we've only had like guys on the podcast for the most part.
Really?
Yeah, we talk about like dating or whatever.
Wow.
So I don't know if you have any advice for, you know, anyone who's trying to make it just in life and you're trying to balance dating plus, you know, talking to girls plus going after their dreams.
Right.
Yeah.
So dating and plus dreams, I don't know if they really match, but they can. Right now I've been single for the entire time that I've been working on my healing journey and getting my life back. So that's pretty much almost 2 years single. Before that, the only time it would work, and I can only say there was one relationship that worked while building, and it was somebody who actually was trying to build too. Where he was trying to actually go after the same goals and believed in my success and was healthy and mature. And, you know, that's the only time that it works, is if you guys are kind of building the same thing and going after the same goals, and he has like God and he's not, you know, he or she, whoever, is not toxic or are, you know, immature or jealous of your success, because then you guys can build together and you guys can support each other. Otherwise, I do recommend like being single, because that has really worked for me. You know, if you don't have someone that's building you up and they're tearing you down, it kind of is a delay in your life. And I learned that the hard way. Like being further, not just because of the people who try to take advantage of me, but I would have been further if not for the bad relationship choices that I've made. Where I had to delay, because if you're getting in arguments and you're getting distressed and you're getting like emotional turmoil, it kind of prevents you from getting up with the energy and excitement you need to follow your dreams and your goals. You have to spend that time recouping a lot, you know? It's like most of your days is spent on that. And then what about your music? What about your goals? What about your dreams?
Yeah, like any advice for people who are trying to, you know, make it or start their journey making music or just entering entertainment?
I would say like holding on to your niche, because there's 1,000 people doing music. There's 1,000 people doing every job there is. But what makes you unique is your individual story, what you've been through and who you are and what you have to say about that. That's never something somebody can take. Your own flaws, to be honest, too. You know, the things that you think are flaws are really your uniqueness, you know, and kind of making that your niche. For example, like the fact that I thought I couldn't sing, I ended up like getting this like, you know, way of my own music where it's like I'm singing, rapping, and kind of using everything I have in one song, and, you know, all of my background in one, and that doesn't sound like anyone else's. People always say like it sounds unique, and, you know, I'm doing like, I like to do like in jazz, I like to do scats and stuff, you know. I don't know if you know what a jazz scat is, but like skip it up, whatever, you know. And so like I'll put that in a rap song and I'll use all of me, you know, all the parts of me. So that's what I really recommend to somebody, is finding your niche first, finding what makes you special, finding the parts, what makes you different. Usually it's what you think is a flaw. You know, I'm taller than most women, by the way. My family's multicultural. I speak different languages. And I'm also Black though, but I'm not like the traditional Black. And so all of that's a part of me and my music. So that's what makes me stand out. And just honing in on that, you know, I would recommend people do that. And then obviously not thinking that you can do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You always need support, family, a crew, whether it be the people who record for you, whether it be the friend that was always there for you. Never think you're gonna like not be loyal to those people so that you can try to get big. Like, never leave someone who's loyal to you for someone who you think can help you make it. Always be loyal to the people who've been there for you, because when it gets hard, that's the only people you have to turn to, for sure, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're getting ready to go to your concert now, so I won't keep you for much longer.
Okay.
But tell us where, or the the single is already out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us where we can find it.
Okay.
Or find you online.
Okay. Well, my artist name is Sarah Mia Royale, SMR, and you can find me on all platforms. My music right now is on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere that you find music, YouTube. I'm working on that music video. Like, I have a whole crew, we're working on it. So for now, it's just a single that's released. But it's Redemption Diaries, Sarah Mia Royale, on all platforms. The Royale with an E, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So Sarah with an H, MIA, Royale with an E. But even if you type in Redemption Diaries, I'm the only one who really has the name of that song.
Yeah.
So you'd find me just off that. And you'll see me like full blown with wings, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully you can come back. You can sing for us.
Really? Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. We should have like a guest performance by what's your full artist name is?
Sarah Mia Royale.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing now.
Yeah.
It used to just be Mia Royale, but I decided to put the name that my mom gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name God gave me in there too. So now it's longer.
Yeah. But it's more unique that way.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll come back and perform for us one day.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It's been really fun, actually. And it's good to remind myself kind of why I'm here and why I do this. So this has been encouraging for me too.
I remember one time you texted me like a whole paragraph of stuff like that. Just like, this is who she is. She just gives like this deep advice of like spiritual. And I'm like, I'm eating lunch. Like, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you have a lot to offer and a lot to say. So I hope you get more interviews and, articles and stuff.
Yeah, encouraging's my thing. But yeah, God bless everyone. And I hope that, God really helps find where people are and bring them to where they need to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my prayer for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Congrats on the song and congrats on the show tonight.
Thank you.
All right.